Shalom, Israel. Want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, BASHAM, YAHAWAHSHI, BASHAM Rakah Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders who teach and rule well at Great Millstone. And peace and salutations and peace and mercy to the prophets, the hopeful elect, the 144,000, to the men and women of the 12 lost tribes of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. Shalom. Back with another lesson. I'll title this one, No City Will Escape. No city will escape. You see, Yahawah, BASHAM, YAHAWAHSHI the heat is being turned up all over the world. The world is in a complete uproar. And this is just the beginning of sorrows. Like he said, this is just the beginning. They just showed over there in that Iran, they're burning police officers. You got this thing over here, and with that Russia and Ukraine, this thing has just completely spiraled out of control. And these world leaders, these elites, they're saving this place, America, Babylon, for last. See, everything that's going on in these other countries is coming right here to the soils of America, because this place, America, is on its last leg. See, and the Lord is going to punish all these nations. Ultimately Esau, Edom, all you nations. The Lord is the God of Israel, the God of the Hebrew Israelites, the God of the Holy Bible, Yahawah BASHAM, YAHAWAHSHI, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. He's sending his wrath on this planet right now. He's doing it through, like he said, roughly paraphrasing it, he's doing it, he's visiting this earth through earthquakes and storms and tempests he's visiting this place. Now, I'm going to get a quick scripture real quick, and then I'll let this play. I don't want to make this too long, but I'm going to go to Psalm 2 and 2, and it reads, "The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against Yahawah BASHAM, YAHAWAHSHI." All these nations have took councils. They come together, your EU meetings, your UN meetings, these different climates, summit meetings. All this is a plot and a scheme, to destroy Jake, and ultimately to think that they're gonna rule this planet, rule this world forever, to take control. And this is what they've done. All these nations, all the kings, all your top leader, world leaders, they've all came together. See, it says the kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against Yahawah BASHAM, YAHAWAHSHI, and against his anointed, saying, you see, that's Israel, but ultimately against the elect. This is what they want. They want order ab chaos, order out of chaos. They want this. so they can bring in their new world agenda. It says 3, let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us. 4, he that sitteth in the heavens, he that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh. The Lord shall have them in derision. See, the Lord is sitting, the Lord is, he has ultimately Esau, Edom, and these other nations in a trick bag, because they think that they're going to, go forth with their agenda and, go through with their plan. The Lord is laughing in the heavens right now, but he's angry, but he's laughing right now because the Lord is on his way. See, he said 5, then shall he speak unto them in his wrath and vex them in his sore displeasure. And that's what he's doing right now. There's more chaos coming. There's more uprisings and sedition against men and insurrections. All this is coming. This thing is going to get, is the unspeakable evil that the Lord is going to bring on this world. This is just the beginning. Call halayim la Yahawah BASHAM YAHAWAHSHI.
Russia. More than 1,000 arrested after Putin's order to call up more troops.
This morning, President Putin making clear he will not back down in Ukraine despite significant setbacks, not only reminding the world that Russia has nuclear weapons, but calling up hundreds of thousands of men to join.
See? And let me go to Isaiah. See, because she said, Putin's not gonna back down. See, this is where it's going. This is exactly where it's going, and this is what the Lord, this is what he ordered, man. Because it tells you what in what is that, Exodus, the 15th chapter. That the Lord is a man of war. The Lord is a man of war, and he wants war. There's going to be war. There's no other way around this. Isaiah 19:2, and it reads, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. And those Egyptians are today would be Esau, Edom. You see, because they're in the power seat. That Ukraine and Russia, they're the same people. They're both Edomites. Right along with the Edomite Americans over here. They're the same people. They're all Edomites. But the Lord said, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight. And they shall fight. There's no other way around this. Everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. See, the Lord is he's pouring out his spirit right now on these nations, man. See, Jake has been under the curses. Jake has suffered for so long. But the Lord is taking these curses off of Jake, and he's putting them on these other nations. Ultimately, Esau, Edom. The number one on the hit list. You so-called Caucasian white folks, man. We're witnessing this right now. And the other nations are getting it too. Because it's chaos, just is these protests, these uproars. That's what he told you. And these they're gonna spiral out of control, completely out of control. Martial law is coming. Lockdowns are coming. Because all this stuff that's going on right along with the lack of food and the economy, with the crime, the violence, it's really gonna hit the fan when this food gets really low. It's really gonna hit the fan. You have a lot of deceiving and deception and trickery going on with these government leaders, especially here in America with that Joe Biden and that President Trump. This is just the game is rigged. The game is completely rigged. Everything is a setup and a cover up. And to bring forth their agenda, and the people are just a lot of 2/3 of Jake, and ultimately these other nations are completely sold on the politics and everything that's going on. I mean, they have the people right where they want them. You're gonna have these pestilence, the diseases and illnesses that's coming out. These illnesses are really gonna get bad real soon here, because we're in fall, the winter, and then going to the new year. A lot of sicknesses are on the rise. Even though they lie and say, it's then calmed down and the pandemic is over. That's a lie. But the Lord he's putting a spirit on Esau, Edom, and these other nations, and they're gonna fight. They're gonna fight, and this World War III is inevitable. It's going to happen. It's building up, but that MOTB has to come. That mark, that technology. Once that technology comes, it's going to be full all-out war. But we're witnessing the buildup of war right now, because this race war is coming, the food war, the supply chain is going to be completely collapsed here. Your stores burned down. This is what's coming, man. And it's definitely possible. It's some bombs and stuff. That's going to be some very devastating explosions that's coming down the pike, man. The Lord is finna turn up this heat.
In the war effort, a move that prompted widespread protests. This morning, more than 1,000 Russian protesters detained by Russian police after taking to the streets. Young men chanting, "I don't want to die for Putin."
See? Talking about, I don't want to die for Putin. You ain't got no other choice. You're not gonna have no other choice, because I just read to you in that Isaiah, that 19:2, that Egyptians against Egyptians, and they shall fight. See? And they shall fight. Matter of fact, let me go over to Jeremiah. You ain't got no other choice. Let me go to Jeremiah 11:11. And it reads, "Therefore thus said YAHAWAHSHI, behold, I will bring evil upon them which they shall not be able to escape. And though they shall cry unto me, I will not hearken unto them.
Mothers screaming, send Putin to the trenches, let our children live. This after President Putin suddenly announcing he would call up 300,000 men for military service after his massive losses in Ukraine. Putin called the move necessary and urgent, causing not only protests but panic. Within hours of the speech, citizens flooding the airports, with nearly all international flights out of Russia sold out.
Putin seems so desperate, he's threatening to use nuclear weapons. Secretary of State Blinken tonight calling on the UN Security Council to send a message.
These reckless nuclear threats must stop immediately.
The battle on the ground continues to rage, with Russia vowing it will regain lost territory. ABC's Tom Sufi Burridge is in Kharkiv in Ukraine's northeast.
We heard loud explosions here in central Kharkiv overnight, not far from here. As you can see, Russia is wrecking this city. But we're also hearing a lot of outgoing fire from...
You see? You see? See, these buildings, and this is what's coming all over the world, man. This is what the cities shall look like. This is what it's finna come to. Desolation. All your stores, your government buildings. You know, this is all the windows busted, all, the buildings all broken down and bombed away. This is what your cities are gonna look like here in America and across the world. You see, and it's gonna be martial law, and with these detention centers, these concentration camps. This is what's coming, man. This is what the Lord is gonna bring, man. You know, all these people trying to fly out of Russia and trying to get out of there. I'll read it again. You know, you're trying to escape judgment and trying to duck and hide and run to your bug out place. The Lord just told you, Jeremiah 11:11. Therefore, thus said YAHAWAHSHI, behold, I will bring evil upon them, which they shall not be able to escape. And though they shall cry unto me, I will not hearken unto them. You see, the Lord's not hearing, he's definitely not hearing you Edomites. Your sons and daughters, they gonna fight. And the Lord, that's gonna be part of their judgment. You other nations, you Ukrainians, you Russians, so-called Russians, and you Iranians, all you nations, man. The Lord, you can't escape this judgment that's coming. You can't escape the judgment. You're gonna drink of this cup. But this is what your cities are going to look like. You got all these people trying to flee, this way and flee that way, and there's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to go. There is so much coming down the pike, man. This is just the beginning of this. This is the beginning of terror, man, of pain and anguish and suffering. See? When it gets like this, now they want to call on the Lord, man. Now you want to try to, be holy. But it's too late. It's too late. Definitely for you Edomites and you other nations. See? It's war coming, man. It's war. I'm gonna close out with this right here. Let me go to Jeremiah. What is that? Jeremiah. Actually, let me go to, I'll let this play and I'll come back. I got a couple more and I'll close out. Call Halal Yimla, YAHAWAHSHI.
The Ukraine now trying to push east into the Donbass. Ukrainian forces trying to capitalize on their momentum before the weather turns, the ground softens, and any offensive becomes much harder.
To Iran this evening, deadly protests sweeping across that country after the death of a young Iranian woman while in the custody of the morality police, accused of improperly wearing her headscarf.
Tonight, protests raging across Iran over the suspicious death of 22-year-old Mahsa Amini while in police custody. Amini arrested last week by Iran's so-called morality police, who say that she was wearing her headscarf improperly. She reportedly collapsed and fell into a coma at a detention center and was later pronounced dead at a local hospital. Iranian authorities denying accusations that Amini suffered blows to the head during her arrest, saying it was a heart ailment that killed her.
You see? You see? It says deadly Iranian protests, 17 dead. You know, after woman dies in police custody, and the Lord is sending judgment on the women too. He told you, tremble ye women that are at ease. The Lord is bringing judgment on this place. It's just a great, big, giant wave of death that's coming to this earth. Let me go to, it says, Jeremiah 48:8, and it reads, it says, and the spoiler shall come upon every city. You see? The spoiler shall come upon every city, and no city shall escape. The valley also shall perish, and the plain shall be destroyed, as Yahawah BASHAM YAHAWAHSHI hath spoken. See? No city is going to escape this judgment, man. There's going to be extreme, unspeakable violence and crime that's coming to these cities. We're living in the last days of, you know, people enjoying and, you know, hanging out and picking their kids up from school and going and grab some pizza, or taking them to the movies, or, you know, going to hang out at their cousin's house and watch the games. You know, these are the last days of this, because judgment is coming. Judgment is coming. I'll close out with this. Let me go to Zechariah. Let me go to Zechariah. Let me go to Zechariah 12:7, and it reads, I'll close out with this. YAHAWAHSHI. Salakia. Is that what I wanted? Salakia. Zechariah 12:9, and it reads, I'll close out with this. And it shall come to pass in that day that that I will seek to destroy. And it shall come to pass in that day that I will seek to destroy all the nations that come against Jerusalem. You see? So all these nations that have came against the people of the Lord, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, and to the Israelites scattered, into all the other nations that look like the other nations, and ultimately the elect, because this is who the Lord is coming back to deliver, is the elect out of the 12 lost tribes of Israel. If you're not part of this elect, you're finished. You're finished. You're gonna face judgment, and there's just no other way to get around this. And all these nations, they have came against the children of Israel, and ultimately the elect, for what they've done. For what they've done to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. The Lord is coming back to plead and to stand up for Israel, man. For ultimately the elect. Because this is who he's coming back to save. But he's going to destroy all you nations, Iranians, Russians, China, the Japanese, the Japhites, the Polynesians, you Hamites, you Africans. If you're not part of the elect, you are finished. Judgment is coming. The Lord just told you. I'll read it one more time for you. And it shall come to pass in that day that I will seek to destroy all the nations that come against Jerusalem. Shalom.